Granny was born, though she was born. What's up, Adam? How you doing? You live? We live. We live. What's going on? Any record crate action happening? House sales. House sales in the record world with two big stores. Oh, a brand new a raggy daggy. Hello, T. How are you tonight? And Mark 7, something like that. Hello from Seattle. How is Seattle? How's the scene in Seattle? Is it rainy? We always hear it rains in Seattle. Popping in, thank everybody. I'm this close to 4,000. I think I'm going to make it tonight. If not tonight, tomorrow, definitely. And everybody that's hung in there, subscribers and visitors to my silly show, thank you. Selma spot today. How many spots you got, Adam? You got like a bunch. I'm making dinner for 3 kids. Oh, my wife used to do that. Now to her, well, one's we dropped off at school. Crockers, lockers, what's going on? How you doing? Haven't seen any good videos of you guys pulling some good treasure out of lockers lately. Am I missing something? Or do I need to ring the bell? I thought I had your bell rung, matter of fact. See what you guys are finding. 3 kids, yeah. I had 3 at home at one period. Now it's, I have a 20-year-old. So, no rain. Summer's always nice, like Canada. Oh, okay. So you're good. It is cool if you go out into your water there, killer whales go underneath your kayaks. Am I correct? Is that Seattle area? Or is that the Olympia National Park? And so I seen a killer whale go underneath me. I'm going to die on the spot. 14, 13, and 10, all girls. Girls, for me, were easy. I was very lucky. We posted an update earlier on our story. All right, I'll check it out. You want to see some good finds, Crockers, lockers. If anybody doesn't ever follow these two, they find some smashing stuff. So they're worth watching. So I think anyway. Yeah, I have one boy and he's easy too, but he doesn't do anything. He's like a zombie sitting in there playing video. But they're not allowed to do anything. Everything's shut down. So what are they going to do? That's why I wish they grew up like I did out in the country. At least they could ride motorcycles and hunt and play in cornfields. What's up, Philly Picker? How you doing? And no employees. Hey, Brian McGowan, how you doing? Glad to see you here. We'll talk later. This guy I work with. Well, I did. He's at the same place, just a different hospital. That's Dr. Brian McGowan, the famous Dr. Brian McGowan. He's a carver specialist. We're all maintenance. He's HVAC, so. And I've got no talent, so I'm just a multi-craft. So, yes, I want to thank everybody in here that's hung out in my chats. It's been, I've been in over a year, so now I've got everything I need to go to next step in the YouTube world because I ain't getting any younger, so I figure I got a 3-year plan going here. And 60, I'm going to people aren't going to look at me anymore. They're going to say, there's the old guy channel. which I'm going to try to get a senior circuit going here pretty soon. The over 55 community. Young people can come in. There's plenty of good content for you. Now, mine's all about picking up stuff, finding good things. It's going to be a minute before we get back in the game. Jesus. That sucks, dude. That sucks. I hope pray for you, man. I hope everything goes good for you. I hope you pull that one locker and it pays the bills and has a good treasure inside of it, because that really stinks. I seen you guys on the you were at one of the race. It looked like NASCAR, so you were doing something by me. Yeah, that's just that sucks, dude. I don't know what to say. That just totally blows. Oh, you were at Daytona. Yeah, I thought Dover just ran. Dover's right down the street from me, and that's the only thing I haven't been to. That starts back up. I think I'm going to go up there and watch one of those races. So, oh my God, that sucks. Cobalt glass. Hold on, Bibby. Bibby, what you get? What am I missing? Bibby's guy, it was cobalt glass. Day goblet, steam juice glasses. Buck each. Woohoo. Bibby, you're always picking up stuff, but guess what? We never say it. So where's it at? Post something, Put some do a minute on YouTube. Just do your first video. You show your hands. There's plenty of people that's got 3,000 followers and they only show their fingertips. Some of them put gloves on. You can't even see their hands. So there you go. So great. This past Daytona was hot. Yeah, well, so is Dover, I'm sure. Dover, the Monster Mile. That's used to, when I first moved to where I moved, those you would see them on. They would put those cars out in front of all the supermarkets and hardware stores and stuff Lowe's would have the Lowe's car out there, and there was a ton of. You could get hats and shirts and all that stuff right here in Middletown. We're half hour away. Down Dover, that crap was all over the place. So. But that's one of the only few things that comes. Delaware gets that because of the Monster Mile, and they get that a big concert every year that they canceled this year called. What the hell is it called? Record Crate would know. I bet you. Philly would know. He's young. He's probably been there. What the hell is it called? Firefly. That's what it is. 3 days. It's 3 days. It's not like Woodstock though. The $8 a day. It's like $4,580 a day now. It's way up there. You could buy down payment on a car for what it costs you for a rock concert ticket these days. Stage, truck race, cup race. Yeah, I couldn't sit out in that heat. I just can't do it. That's why if there's when I used to go to baseball, night games. So it wasn't. You could go up in a t-shirt, and it wasn't uncomfortable. But now, and football, I don't know. It's either ball blazing hot or blue balls cold. You only get a couple games in October where it's not too bad. So, and I don't watch that anymore either. So, I watch you guys, the Pickers. The treasure hunters. My interest in sports anymore is this much. So sorry, I'll sell the stuff, but I have no idea on 3 of the sports. It's going past me. So Dover's on our bucket list. Well, there you go. There you go. If you're in Daytona, I thought you guys are you in Florida? I thought you guys were in Texas or something like that. Maybe I'm. There's a lot of people I've known through this YouTube stuff, and plus a lot of people know that it's not always up there. So, oh yeah, you're Dallas. There you go. They were in Dallas. See, the magnesium does work, so that's good. Good to know. I know where Philly is because He's from Philly and he lives in Philly. He said so. Ain't that right, Philly? So we know where Philly is. Dallas. I think Dallas, I heard through the guys chatting in the hall today, is Dallas says they're the only ones going to have fans in their stands this year. Everybody else is going to be the cardboard cutouts. I hope they had in Philadelphia. They're going to put a whole big section. They're still going to go. They're still going to broadcast booze, so they can feel right at home. Occasional you suck and you bum and stuff like that. So that's the way they should. Start losing, man. Throw out the boo horns on their asses. That'll upset them. They'll have to go through therapy if you do that to them. So let's not upset the sports star. Yeah. Tim, what's up? How you doing? Good to see you in here. I reckon I don't follow football anymore. I know Kimbo and the stands. TMS in October. Okay, what's TMS? I'm sorry, man. That's not quite sure. That's Texas Motor Speed. You like the racing. That's cool. I like, when I picked up all them sprints and midgets, I picked up like 50 of them at a clean out. And there's the best videos that do well. People like that stuff. Now I do. But I've actually stopped, kind of watched it now. And you'll catch it on the Speed Channel or something. And it's the same thing, man. They show the midgets, the dirt racers, and then the sprint cars. So it does well. And at the flip it, how you doing? Glad to see you come in. 2 miles from Devil's Bowl Speedway. Always Devil's Bowl. No kidding. And is that dirt? Is that dirt stuff, the Devil's Bowl, or is that stock car or local? Let's see. Down south, they probably used to, yep. 3/8 mile dirt. So they do all three, right? When they have dirt races, it's the same. You go dirt racer, sprint car, midget. If you pickers ever see that stuff, look, Anthony, that stuff sells good if you get it cheap. Or in my case, you get it for free. I had cars go for $100 and lots of 50s and 60s, especially the 1/8. What is it? 1/8 scale? No, or 118. Yeah, 124, 118. So that scale was good. Yep. Tony Stewart, I have his car. And a few of those name guys I had. Because, but mine are all from the 90s. I know there was a Tony Stewart somewhere there. Or these are midgets and stuff. These are the midgets, action. But there's better names out there too. That ADC crap. But I had Tony Stewart's car, so that was pretty cool. Lots of NASCAR. I did any of the NASCAR stock car stuff I got. Well, Dale Earnhardt, of course, goes, but that stuff I sell at parking lots on Facebook Marketplace. But those midgets and dirt and sprints, I sell them on eBay. And they go, whoop, they're easy to ship, too. Post office can't break them. So much Earnhardt. Yeah, well, I'd like to have all that stuff that over the years had them shirts and hats because they seem like they're hot, man. You put them in your booth, Anthony? Speaking of booths, I was talking about a guy today, and his brother-in-law owns one of those malls with the boots. So I'm going to post office can break anything. Yeah, they got me twice now. Them creeps. They don't give a shit either. They're all you can't do anything. You yell at them and they'll laugh at you because they can't be fired. I don't feel I don't have much good to say of the post office. If you don't have anything good to say, then don't say it at all. So I'm going to lay off. But beware. You better wrap that sucker in bubble wrap, then bubble wrap, then bubble wrap. I'm going to put anything breakable for now goes bubble wrap box, bubble wrap box. And then if one of them fat asses are back there doing a little championship wrestling and land on it, of course they're going to break it. But other than that, they can play football with it, and it's not going to break. It'll bounce, hopefully. Race shoes, victory hat, lean hats. Last thing, the lean hats. Yeah, those hats, NASCAR hats do good. Of course, these hat guys, all these hat guys I watch selling crap, man. There's that Cernak, the West Virginia fella. He does. That's what his specialty is: hats. He knows everything. He's the Bubba Gump of hats. So, tire. Yes. Grass picker. I have. I don't have anything. I've got. Had some Richard Petty stuff. Wasn't that who it was? Yeah, it was him. And then I think the hat got given to Goodwill. And then I started watching YouTube and I found out that all these hats sell. So, oops, my big fault. So, I have lots of better chats. Yeah, well, they're coming for me and I will find them, Anthony. They're all around here. I've got right out the road, Maryland. I know there's some closets full of that stuff. And when I find it, the viewing audience will be the first to say it. I'll put a video at. I want John Deere. I want Sire Power. I want Case. I want Massey Ferguson, International, all those had corn, all that stuff, whatever those K brand. Definitely. All the hats I have are actual Victory Lane hats used at the wins. So they're signed. You got signed ones, Crocker Locker, 283 inch sale, all that stuff. International Harvest, absolutely. All those, man, when I went to high school, every farmer kid had on that hat, those hats. From Seed, Agway, all that stuff. All those hats were run. Plus Remington. Wasn't too much camouflage stuff, except deer hunters and duck hunters would wear it. Now everything's camo. Everybody puts camo stuff out. So it's not for just hunting anymore, man. It's everything. I'm sure there's some really nice camo everything, big underwear and all that good stuff. Cat's good. Companies used to give that stuff away. Yeah. They did, and I'm ready to go and get it. Those trucker hats are good. Found that all out from watching everybody's stuff on here, YouTube. So. And that's the hats for now. So, Anthony, when you're in, how much do those booths run a month? Are they expensive? I don't know if I'm in a more of a, that one you're talking about, Anthony, isn't that a corn hat? K Products, K brand, yeah. But I'm talking about the booths again. Are they expensive each month? That's a monthly fee for 10 by 6 or something like that, isn't it? Is it 50? Is it $100? Is it worth it? Dave, how you been? Mine are 70 and 90. So you need to sell a couple things and you're good. And then the owner of that building gets a percent of everything you sell, right? He kind of like, he skims off the top. You got to give him a little, whatever that dude said in The Godfather 2. You got to let him wet his beak. Yeah, that's what it was. Sorry to scare the shit out of everybody. I had to lean in there. Usually a monthly fee and a percent on sales. There you go. Well, if that monthly fee marks the thing, there's going to be somebody very happy in this house besides me. I just got to figure out how to set it up. But my better half will be elated because all this stuff will be out of here. But I'll have my Colemans. I'll be selling these bad boys in there. I'll have sports cars. I'll have knickknacks. I'll have glass. I've got it all. I could probably even put my old shotguns in there and put them at an outrageous price because I don't think you need a license to sell an old antique firearm. So the heck of a Coleman. No, Dave did well. He had one of these, but this is a 72. And this one, if this was fired, it was fired once. I've got several of these that are they are in cherry shape. So just waiting for the moment. I'm kind of scared with the post office now. So I will take that all apart and box it in pieces and send it. How'd you send yours, Dave? Did you 2-piece or one? I would think you would take the globe out and put that in a box, and then the rest of the lanterns. Who knows? The 60s eBay charges for a store plus PayPal fees. Case is just 10%. Yes, I just like that. You can meet people in those antique things though that are like you and me, so you can get the chat going. You can steal other ideas. The biggest thing I just found out. Check this out. The BOLO or would it be on the lookout or whatever. BOLA, you guys say. Axes. I never knew that an axe can go for what it goes. And I'm talking about stuff that was all I passed by that stuff like it did hats. So I've got one in the back garage right now that I could sell. It's just a regular old axe. And it's just no name. And then I'm seeing these things going through the roof. 50, 60, 200, 100. Of course, there's good and there's bad, but if they're old and vintage, that steel is something people with good old American steel. That's what they want. So my Cherry 63 is going up on auction. So you're going to sell your Cherry from 63. Good deal. What's up, Danica? How you doing? How you doing? You're silly. Quite an actor you are. If you didn't see that bunch, what was that? Late Sunday night. For me, it was late, or Saturday night. They looked like they had a really good time. So I'm glad for them. They had a lot of people in there too, so they must be entertaining because people were hanging around. So you did a jolly good show. If I was British, so took part at a part each time, and they boxed them boxes in the big box. So you did piece it. That's what I'm going to do, Dave. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm piecing that sucker out. If I had one of them break, I'd be furious. Because now I've got to really pay attention to shipping shit because the post office is getting a little silly, and they don't care. Amish and Mennonite shop at flea markets and antique stores here. We have them. I got Amish right out the road, and the Mennonites, both of them. Maryland's full of them, and PA's full of them. But we get in the Maryland Amish. Then I see them at the boogie board tournaments down at the beach on Sundays. They're badass, man. Amish boogie board team gets out there, get out of the water. You're going to get a show. So Delaware beaches. Harry, did you hit 4K? Like after this, I'll probably hit it. So that's why I'm saying the thank you was on there because it's like minutes away, unless YouTube goes in there and says, you know what, you did something. I don't know what they'll get me for, but who knows? We'll see. If you see a commercial come up, my first commercial will probably be Joe Biden or something. Then I say, oh, Christ. Now, I don't get into politics. No politics here. So, but who knows who it'll be? Who knows what commercial I'll get? I'll get something. I will watch one, and then I'll be skipping through. And if somebody skips through at work or something, I'll yell, "What are you doing, man? That was like 2 cents there. What's going on? What are you selling?" No, political zone. Yeah, I'm not going to get into that here. You go over to. I'm sure there's some big political channels out there, but I want to talk about treasure and collecting and shit. I got to listen to politics at work all day long, so I don't want any of that. Thank you, Danica. It's because of you, people like you, that made me lucky, lucky, lucky. And Jerry kid made it good. Here's proof. No, I'm not. Them poor guy. That's now I'm not cutting on anybody there. That was just a little, trying to be old time humor. So you gotta let me go on my old time humor because remember, I'm 50 some years old here, so I'm allowed to use some old Don Wrinkles crap. So we're good. So hey Adam. Anthony, well, for president, I'm encouraging everyone to vote for President Willie Nelson. Okay. I had my 420 shirt on the other day, so isn't that part of that Willie Nelson thing? I'm sure he wears them too. Or is that different from where he's at? They've got the 320 shirts. Who knows? People are laughing about that one. So, especially my household, my kids were going. Even my little one knew what it was, and I didn't. He's going, really, Dad? He's 14, 13, something like that. He's getting close. So, hey, are you 14? No, 13. Yeah. No, you're not. His voice is changing too, so something's dropping on him. Well, she quit smoking weed. Willie said he quit smoking weed. Well, he should. He's like 85 years old. There's a time I guess you can't. It probably doesn't even do anything. It's like smoking cigarettes when you're that old. David Gilmour. Something dropping. Oh, okay. Is that a David Gilmour song? Really? I don't know that one. So, Adam, you got it. Don't you have something going on here at 7 or 7:30? I thought I'd sneak in before you do the old record crate countdown. So, I don't know who's out there having anything. I seen an open slot and I snuck in to at least get a half hour, an hour in before anybody else comes in. Yeah, it's 7 o'clock right now. And you're with the First Date Views. Weather outside hotter than hell. Basement's at a cool 75. Probably about 74. There's a lot of traffic, and I really don't care because I'm talking to all you guys. So. Something. Oh, you don't have anything tonight, record crate. I just pulled CDs to ship. Dude, if you'd have seen the CDs that I've let go, that I haven't even paid attention to, I don't even pick them up anymore. If they're sitting there, I just leave them. I don't want to. Maybe I should start 10 package, selling them that way. 10. Now the chat's going nuts. What are you crazy? But I just grabbed cassette tapes at one of them the last time because of you, my viewers telling me, hey, cassette tapes are shooting. They're going. I thought CDs were like vinyl was. They just went like, and that's not true according to Adam. He's rocking and rolling, selling them. So cassettes are awesome. That's cool. Emily Gross, how are you? Thank you for coming in. We are open chat as always. So if you got any questions, I am going to try my best to answer. If I can't, Anthony will. He's in here. So he's my go-to guy. Thank you, Anthony. By the way, you're elected. You have a portable because I have a Sanyo, but that one's going to eBay. Oh, I have an 8-track player up there that I ain't even tested yet. So we'll go from there. And if we can get one of my favorite stoners in here, Mr. Buys a Lot. Brian, how you doing? Brian, I seen you selling the other day on Facebook. My God, those movies you had some of them old cool monster movie posters. Those ones from the early '60s and '50s, Atomic Age stuff. They're the coolest, man. But I know when you buy off, you got to buy a stack. You can't, and they're probably pricey. But if I was decorating as a younger person, I'd have like dinosaur attacking like Raquel Welch, one of those movies. Those are cool posters. All that old horror stuff, bad movies, but great posters. Like Attack of the Lizard People. There'd be a fantastic poster. So, Mark 63, how you doing? I could keep one of those old lanterns lit for 3 days with the gas. Really? Okay. You went to what's that smell? Taco Bell for dinner. There you go. Those were reproductions, sold like $1.50. Really? Well, you were flipping through some that had tape on them, and I remember you saying something when you went and got the comic book find. Those ones there, were they repops or were they originals? Because like the third one in was that like dinosaur one. It was cool looking. It looked like an awesome poster. Like, and that one, those were big posters you were going through too. They weren't small. So you like the lanterns with the lightning lanterns with Taco Bell. Oh, the old ones are coming up tomorrow. Those are originals, 40s and 50s. So when you auction them, you don't singly auction them. You go in groups, don't you? Yeah, I've seen you sell. You sold a Billy Jack like born one of the, and yeah, I know you did well. And that's where I know because you just sold a Billy Jack, and I think Billy Jack had like 4 movies, and you didn't have Billy Jack. You had like Billy Jack and the Born. You had one of those other ones. The Trial. I remember there was the Trial of Billy Jack, Billy Jack 2, and was Billy Jack Born Losers when he taken on the motorcycle gang? The Trial. Oh, you had the Trial of Billy Jack. There you go. So, yes, those go sing. Well, that's nice, man. And I bet you they do well too. That's your bread and butter, movie posters. So those auctions, do they go on like 3-4 hours? How long are they? And I know all the resellers are buying off them. So my thing is, I get to those auctions and they are 3 hours. So the ones around here, they always start with the shit in the yard. So you got the lawnmowers and weed whackers, and they pile the nuts and bolts together on a pallet. And by the time they get to something I want, it's 2 hours in and stuff, man. I can't sit that long. And of course, I got to take it 2 and 2. And if I take it 2 and 2, I can miss the whole thing I wanted. So I try to stay away from auctions unless I get fired from work. Then I'd have no choice but to go to them. That would be awesome to do stuff like that. Battle of the Bulge and Anzio from the 60s. They're probably good ones. I'm sure they 5, no reserve. I don't care what they're worth. I just want to sell, so I can buy more. Really. One of these times I'm going to have to come in there and I got to figure out how to get into your thing, and I might check it out when you got these big ones on. But if I'm at work, I'm out of the game because I don't have time. You probably have it in the evening though. So I know that the horror stuff, I got a feeling that that's the best stuff out there. The horror and the space, like of course Frankenstein, and the Mummy, and all those are the most desirable posters out there, I think. And then you got your outer space ones, Attack of the Saucer People, the Man from Planet Gray, crap like that. Maybe even an Ed Wood poster, if he even had them, would probably be worth more than any money that he ever made as a movie producer. He made some bad movies. Join Baker's Emporium group on Facebook. Then you can bid. I will look into that, Mr. Goodbye. Mr. Buys a lot. There we go again, Mr. Goodbye. Brian, I'll look into that. I have it here. And time out, everybody. I got to put this down, or I'm going to miss it. And before the new year, I'm even going to be able to pronounce that word properly. Jace, how you doing? You're clapping, everyone. You're one of my son's buddies, I'm pretty sure, if you're who I think you are. How you doing, young man? Staying out of trouble. Addicted to the hustle. What's up? How you doing? My auctions are from 5 to 8 Eastern on the group page. Okay. No monster movie because an original free. Yeah. Well, somebody had a suitcase and they opened it. And they had that big son of it. He didn't say what he sold it for. But that's something I watched probably before my kids were born. I bet you that thing was worth oodles of money then. And they didn't even know one existed because I guess they used to put them on barns. The poster was huge. It might have even been pieces of it. They would squares and they would piece them together on them billboards or barns at the time. I'm doing good. Jace. 24 sheets of a billboard said. Yeah. Well, they found the Frankenstein one. And it was like in the wall or something in a suitcase. I just remember seeing that episode. It's before American Pickers even was on, so a huge son of a gun. Can you imagine that, seeing the Wolfman or the Mummy or something cool like that? That's awesome stuff, man. That's why when I find an old radio that works or microphones or these good lanterns, that's why I go out. I like finding cool things. You don't know what you're going to come up against, like these old beer clocks. This is a prime example of why I'm always looking. I miss a lot of this crap too. 1 second, 1 stinking second. This thing is not plugged in, right? This is cool because this come out of the when they were building the bomb, the Manhattan Project. One of the professors had this in his office, and this came out of his building. So this is what I look for. This is the cool crap, and it has value, and I know it does, and it works, and it actually, because I've seen it. This is from Reading. It's your town, dude. No, it's not. It's Reading. This is Reading. You're not Reading. You're what? You're the other one, aren't you? Allentown. You're from, what was that? Hess. You used to have that restaurant Hess in Allentown, or was that Reading too? Hess had they had a story about that one time. Hess department store. All right, time out. Let me catch back up this. Coming 8 sheets. There's Precious Dog. Yeah, he's here. Cool keeper. Hello. Hey, Myra, how you doing? Hess Brothers Dishes being great money. Yeah, I know they had that, and that's stuff you'd find at yard sales up your area more than likely, because there was only one Hess, if I'm not mistaken. And like Channel 12 had a story on it one time, PBS local Channel 12. I remember saying everything about it and how they had good food there, that cafeteria or the diner that never made any money, but they wanted to feed you good, so you go out in the store and buy stuff. So why didn't you keep me away from the jewelry auction? Somebody in this area just had a great big giant bag of that stuff. Maybe Jennifer bought it all. You buying jewelry too, Myra? You ever You come across, I bet you come across a lot of stuff like this too, don't you, Brian? That's the stuff that I like finding. That one's plastic. This is steel. And there's a cone top beer can to that too. And that cone top in good shape, probably 250 or more cans. So that stuff's good. Breaking the 4K barrier tonight. Yeah, I'm getting close. I probably will break it tonight. So I'll go an hour tonight, and we'll shake the dice and see how many minutes. I'll be probably minutes away in the morning, so that's all right. This weekend I'll have a 2 beer minimum one night. What is the connection with the clock and the Manhattan Project here? They were tearing down the building, and the guy I work with, he sent me. I think I still have the text. I'd have to look at it, and it showed. Well, he had pictures. Let me see if I even have the text still. I just remember him sending it to. This is the building. Yeah, I still have it. I can't. SwarthmorePhoenix.com. So that's what it was on, and it had the Pizzania Hall found not to have radioactive residue. They tore this building down, and that clock was there. So the dude had it for $100, and I'm getting this clock, and I think I said I'll give you 50, and I ended up getting it for $60 or $75, one or the other. But there's a story that's the Swarthmore Phoenix. They had a part that Phoenix. That program was run all over the country. It just wasn't run out in the desert. I mean, they had everybody working on that thing all over the place. And this was one of the probably the little satellites things working on it. And so that's what that clock has to do with it. But that clock works and it's badass, so that's why I have it. That is, and I like bar stuff anyway, beer and all that. That's a nice clock there, worth more than the can. You think that clock? I think the cans or that cone top's worth more than clock. I'm not sure though. I got a great clock back there too. That Schaefer's one I picked up this year. I just got to rewire that one. But like everything else, it'll sit. So 919 601 3131. All right, everybody call Adam right now and you say hi to him. What is that? Bluegrass telephone me. Oh, okay. Don't call Adam. He's waiting for Bluegrass. So I love the cone. Yeah, I'd like to find the Coca-Cola clock. I stepped away. Well, that's no big deal. That's plastic. Those are what are they like $30-$40 maybe? And that one knocked off of there, so the plastic broke on it a little bit. So it's just there. I have Coke trays and a couple 1950 Coke trays and that. I'm not a Coke has a cone top though that's desirable, and Pepsi does too. And I got a Pepsi cooler, and the buddy down the street has the Coke thing. So that explains the glow you have. Yes, it does. Well, the nuke plant, Salem's, I'm right on near the Delaware River. So Salem's right through the couple cornfields and swamps, and then there's Salem across the river. So it's right there. So that's why I think my son's almost as tall as me now. He gets a little bit of that push, that radioactive push that people need. So front page flips just got turned 350 into 33,500. So front page push did good. That just popped up on my phone. So, yes, don't knock anything over. I know now he's flexing his muscles in here. So he heard me say something, and he's got to come in here. Go in there and play. Salem, no, there's Salem, New Jersey. There's Salem everywhere. So Salem, Massachusetts would be a hell of a good picking town. That's old. That's big green, and that'd be a good town. Metal detect too. Don't break anything. He's killing me. Philly Road Tech, how you doing? Glad to see you stop in. How old is the Cardinals pennant? That's old. I'm going to say they're from the 50s because that's That's the Milwaukee Braves, and that's the Houston Colts. So when did the Colt 45 not exist anymore? Those teams are all gone because that's St. Louis Cardinals football. You guys didn't want to build a stadium, so they all left. Then you got the Rams for a couple years. But didn't they win a Super Bowl there? I think they did. When Kurt Warner was the quarterback, wasn't that when they were the St. Louis Rams? We told two teams that, yeah, I don't blame you. Why should you pay for all that crap? I have to pay. Everybody pays for sports, whether they think they don't or not. Look at your bill. You pay a tax. And when they built all these stadiums, they made everybody pay taxes on these clowns' stadiums they built, on the palaces. And they're showing you right now that they don't need fans in the stand. They'll put cardboard cutouts up there. So Anheuser-Busch still own the Cardinals team. That I don't know. That's the Cardinal baseball team. Anthony, take that one, please. You need to come in here, Anthony. I don't have StreamYard on that, so no. See, no, I don't think the only there's like Jerry Jones. He's a rare breed anymore. A lot of these corporations own these teams. It's just like it turned into rollerball, where the corporation controls it all. Kept the tradition as much as possible. The Phillies are in all their teams are, well, not the Eagles is owned by a single guy, but I think everything else is groups own these teams. Syntax, beer, tobacco, soda, they paid that stadium off years ago, and the tax is still there. Yeah, that might, well, it's got to go to, that's once they put a tax on something, they're not getting rid of it. Like I said, I was in New York State and cigarettes were $11 a pack. You got to be kidding me. Your pouring company now, Big Hub Bub, about 5 years ago. So that's what the same as I'm saying. These teams are all owned by a group. A group has them, right? Bluegrass Abrams or something. Yeah. That's why when I'm governor of the East Coast, I'm going to start renaming everything, and so people don't have to pay as much tax. I told you, I-95 will be the Coca-Cola Highway. It's a good idea. Check it out. All the roads, they're for sale. They have to maintain them for 5 years. That's right, 5 years. So they have to fix it all, bring out the road crews, the whole bit. They can have it out for bid, but they're taking care of them. What the hell's 95? So let Coca-Cola pay for it. They pay for these stadiums stuff. Or Bank One, the Bank One Bridge. There you go. You pay for it. So there you go. But I want the whole East Coast. I got to run. Hey, Brian, thanks for stopping in. Keep selling. That dude is like here. He's like here, and you guys are all here, and then you can't even see me. I'm below. But I hang in there. So, what's up, metal detector, North Carolina? How you been? Keep that metal detector around those telephone poles for me, bud. I want you to get. There's a brother and a sister out there. That one you had. I like the sound of that. So I'll have to change the name of my Salem store to Record Crate, I-95 to Record Crate Coca-Cola. Well, if you can keep another 10% of your pay a year, they can stamp Coca-Cola right on my white wrinkly ass. That's putting it perfect there. This side of the head, you could have Pepsi. I'll rent it all out, baby. Just to lower my taxes. There we go. I'm just kidding. We don't want to get into a political thing. We're not political here. But, so sorry about that. I just lost probably about 10 people when I proclaimed my wrinkly backside. So Coleman faced that. Yeah. Coleman's cool, man. They got a lot of stuff out there. They even make campers, so you could go Coleman all the way. They didn't put any cars out there though. Stephen Wayne Records, Carolina Panthers. What's up, Stephen? So the Carolina Panthers are. I need the next phrase to that. So, what about I-95 North called Interstate Coca-Cola? That's a fantastic idea. You're going. You're coming down to Milwaukee, Old Milwaukee Boulevard, and you turn right on Coca-Cola Lane, and then I'm on Pepsi 302, so it's easy to find me. See, all that paid by the corporations. They would stamp their shit all over there. You're just throwing numbers out there. Put it up for sale. For so many years, you sell these roads, and they have to maintain them, and you don't have any more tolls there or any of that crap. That's already paid for, and that's a tax. Christ, you go through Virginia. I don't know if anybody's from Virginia, but they had a toll booth every 5 feet. I've never seen so many tolls. When I drive up to New York State, pretty soon it's going to be cheaper to fly. You get hit in Jersey. You get hit in Jersey. You get out of Jersey, you get hit again. Then you got to get on this one. Then you get hit here, hit there, hit there. So I do the same thing. Wes, what do you say? Take a drink every time Harry says, but I'm not a politician. Dude, I'm not in. I don't have my license to be a lawyer. You got to be a slick. All I am is I couldn't even be a damn vacuum cleaner salesman. So I'm just here to entertain. I'm just blowing out just a bunch of bull crap. And that's what I do. I was born in Virginia. There you go, Stephen. Western Virginia is still beautiful. I know that around that Spotsylvania area and all those beautiful history spots are gone. Gas stations and Denny's and all them things. So it's crazy. Lynchburg, yeah. I have Lynchburg glass insulators. I've got a couple of them. Yeah, Lynchburg, Virginia had their own insulators at one time. Cheaper to fly. $17.50 to cross a 100-year-old bridge. Well, I know New York. I went up to my daughter played in a tournament up there, and it wasn't Rikers Island. I forget what island it was, but there's a fire school there, plus ball fields and soccer fields, and we was playing right on. The sky. We're in there, and under a bridge they're playing, and if you got lucky because it was shady, and every time you went over that bridge, it was enormous. It was like that $17 every time you cross that damn thing. So it was crazy. Carolina Hustler, how you doing? The golf club guy, right? He's the golf club dude, I think. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. Damon West Robinson. Anyone cool here? Yes, everyone, Damon. Now you're here. Or Diamond West Robinson. Now you're here. We just put it down a couple degrees, so we're even cooler. So thanks for hanging out, dude. Are we cool? They're all younger than me, and a lot of these people are actually cool. If you're a picker or a reseller, this is the group you want to follow. When they want to get away from it, they tune into me, and they listen to me get selling. And when I have apple ciders, I'm a little more seller. So some of them even join in once in a while. But I'm not on StreamYard. This is just a pop-up to thank everybody that's followed me. I still can't thank you enough that have taken me to both levels that I wanted to be at. So anything from here is just a bonus. So Diamond West, I'm glad you came in. I hope you're still here, but you want to resell or you are a reseller, you probably know half these people anyway. And there's treasure hunters here, like Metal Detective North Carolina, who I watch his chat from time to time. So I found an RC Cola bottle a while ago. Not too many people like RC Cola, but I do. So, dude, I didn't even know they made RC Cola anymore. I remember there was a green bottle with the red diamond, right? I'm pretty sure. That might even be an East Coast thing. I'm not. sure if that goes too far out there. 4K hours, no joke. That's a lot of grinding. Some people get it pretty easy. You can. There's one girl that when I started, she was below me, and they call her Bella's Toy Chest. Check this person out. She's a serious collector, I think, but she's got other serious things that men just flock. Now she's at like 21,000. So if you haven't seen, you're a toy collector, you know who I'm talking about. You had to have her pop up. She's Star Wars and all that, but she has other things that make men go. They want to watch her chat and watch her go to toy shows and all that stuff. So I gave you a shout out. She'll never know who I am, but it's so that's some people get it quickly. Some people it takes a little time, but the big thing is to like Anthony and couple pickers. I don't understand how they haven't gotten like 3,000 people, but they don't. So they'll get there, and they already have their hours. So as soon as they get their 1,000 subscribers, bam, they're there. There's the tattooed toy hunter. I just have you ever seen Bella's Toy Chest? You've had that site has had to pick up. It's had to pop up on you when you were. Now everybody's probably on their phone. Bella's Toy. I'll be damned. But like I'm saying, yeah. Say the tattoo hunter knows. See, he's like 4,000 people or something like that, and he probably was at 4,000. She was probably 100 the first day, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. Now she's blown it out of the water. So it pays sometime to be. Maybe I ought to come in here and nah, it ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work for me. So I've already lost my prime. See Rob and Lisa go live anymore. They were doing last week. They did like 4 or 5 of them. And I thought, okay, they're gonna start doing it again. And then Saturday night, I think they were on. Maybe it was something. I know they were on. I've seen them a couple times. So I was on vacation, so I lost time until Monday morning. The damn alarm went off, and then I said, "Oh Christ, I got to go back to work." So, excuse me, Jesus, but the Jolt Cola, I remember that. I remember Jolt. Didn't have to use any of that. That's before the Monsters and all those came out, though, right? So, also, tattooed on the left. She has a hell of a collection, though, amongst other things. But but holy smokes, she has a whole wall. She's got all those big Godzillas. She's got everything that you would go nuts on, besides being Bella's Toy Chest. So, Moronic Pest, Land Shark Picker, how you doing? Everybody's talking about RC in here. So Jolt was banned. That was just nothing but a kick in the ass of caffeine. It must have been something really powerful if it's banned. So what do we got? Old school picker. He's just pulling orders, but he doesn't do lives much. He just does his thing. He does videos a lot. What's sold and all that. Remote control. Okay. RC Cola, Veronica, she has a private page on Instagram. You can pay and see nudes. So sad. Yeah, I know, because the guy that works with me, he doesn't pay, but if you start doing that stuff, you'll find those pictures sooner or later. Yeah, well, she's taking it for everything she can while she's young. I mean, she's probably pulling in about $300,000 a year, so I guess why not? I mean, I would show my elbows for an extra 5,000 or something like that. So, I don't know what to say about that. She does have a hell of a toy collection, and then she knew how she knows what she wants, and she got there quickly. So, what are you going to do? We're talking about Bella's Toy Chest, very famous toy collector in toy world. Definitely adults, though. I don't think you want your 7-year-old going in there to watch what she picked up at Walmart. If he's seen her come in Walmart, you may have to take the other aisle because he's going to say, Dad, why do you keep going like this when she walks by? So, I'm just saying. So if you want to check out that site, I'm not promoting it. She don't need promoting. So there you go. I was so darn angry after I paid and realized what it was. Wow. So you did see the toy chest. You seen the open toy chest. We're saying. So I wouldn't have paid for that. I ain't paying for anything. So, so and a thin white shirt. There you go. Now I need to say now I did something I shouldn't have, and every woman that was following me now left. So he's just a dirty old man. I don't go and look at her site. I'm jealous. I stay away. So we have a pro star that lives in our area. I see her at the grocery store. No kidding. I wouldn't. Is it like one that's retired or a current one? You're in the bigger area, so I'm sure there's a bunch up in Philly and stuff like that, but not down here. Sweater melons. Yep, that's it. There's a good-looking toy collector named Donna. I know from the Midwest, but I don't think it's the same person. Nah, this is. There is another toy channel. There's a woman that was worried about when they were. Remember when they was talking about everybody was going to get thrown off of YouTube? That little scare everybody had. She's got about 60-some thousand watchers and stuff. She has a lot of toys too. But again, she's very attractive, but she's not. The only thing is she's got a more serious channel than what well, they both have a serious channel. She's just not showing her goods like the other one is. Okay, there I said it, the goods. They're not hanging out the goods, They're there, but they're more covered. So, so that's how that goes. Us old dudes don't have luck on YouTube. You do good, Tattoo. You got a lot of guys there. Copa, that's what that was called. I think you got a good channel. I mean, it is what it is. We can only do so much. You can see some of it's the same with the guys. There's a couple guys that they're probably the women are all going, oh, we love you, and all that XO craps on there when they do their thing. They're throwing super chats out and shit. And they only did it for like 6 months, and they already got 2,000 people watch them. So looks pay. My case, I got to be like more of a Donald Wrinkles type of deal, but not nasty on cutting on people, just being silly. So it's worked somewhat. So, and I thought, I've done Instagram for a few years, so I said, what the hell? I'm going to get on YouTube and just start showing what I find, and it can last longer than a minute, and that's what I like watching on here the most is all that good stuff. Harry, where are your goods? They're all over the walls here, dude. They're all over the walls. My goods are bads now, so we'll have a chat about that one night when we get the over 55 club open chat. But the youngsters, you're 45s and 40s and 35s, you can still come in, hang out with the old guys. Pop talk, we'll call it pop talk. Remember when? That's what we'll remember when. We'll have something like that. I checked. She's not that good looking. Okay. Glock thinks it does. Yeah, but there's a lot of still 20,000 of them are in there going, woo. It's not about her looks though. She uses the other assets that she either paid for or was born with. So something's working because she's got a lot of people. The manic into you left this fixes. Yeah, he's got the old smack. That would be pretty comical. That would, I think it'd get me more views, or he just can't feel real. We don't know how to mechanicalize him so he can move around. But so that's it. That looks like about an hour, and it is 7:30. Thanks again, everybody, for coming in. And I'll probably have something this weekend, and I'll be getting up to watch everybody else and jumping in and out of shows, and maybe have something else later this week. Who knows? But I probably will do a 2 beer minimum Friday or Saturday. I'm going to have one because after a week's worth of work, I need my medicine. So, and I'll do a stream yard. Maybe I can have a few folks in. We'll see. But everybody have a great day. Oh, what's going on, Ansley? You're late, man. You missed it all. So, nope, I am still here. Would not lose me over that conflict. Ansley's cool. But I'm not talking bad. I'm just being silly, like always. And I'm glad you came in, Ansley. It's always a thrill to have so many different people from all the different areas. But everybody, hopefully, picks up some great stuff. Has a good rest of the week. We got the old major hump day tomorrow, and then it's all downhill from there, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll all see each other through the chat. So thank you, everybody, for dropping by and subscribing to me and giving me the time of day and listening to me be silly, and I do appreciate it. But until the next time, I'm going to have to say later. Thanks, everybody, for coming in for an hour. I appreciate it. Have a good night, everybody. And we're going to close this now. Later, everybody.